Good morning, dear student. Myself Dharmensher, and now you are participating English class on DSS online group. Now we are going to discuss about a chapter, the chapter number 4 of your Bihai book, A Truly Beautiful Mind. This title refers to a great scientist, a brilliant honor of mind, and a really genius person which is known Albert Einstein. Now student, Albert Einstein is not a name we just only recall. It's a name that we never forget. The name which gives a lot of things a very remarkable theory. The theory is relativity is equal mc square to the world, and it's changed the entire world. So today we are going to discuss about a personality who create a milestone in the world of science. So student, give your full attention, pay a entire attention toward your chapter, toward the topic, toward the person, and definitely we will know here something which is very special about Albert Einstein. So student, let's start. Who do you think when you hear the word genius? I have told you about this matter that what do you think about whenever you hear the word genius? The genius means a person who is master of his work. And this is the synonym of Albert Einstein. That means genius is a nickname or the synonym of that person which is known Albert Einstein. Who is genius? Now we come to know that who is genius. What qualities do you think a genius has? That means a genius has a lot of quality. A genius has a quality to master in his area, in his subject, in his prescribed subjects. Shall we now read about the young German civil servant who took the world by storm about 100 years ago? Now we are going to discuss about a person who make a storm about 100 years ago in the world of science, and he was a German civil servant. In the summer 1905, the 26 years old published in a quick succession 4 ground-breaking paper about light. In 1905, a paper described about the theory which is known as the theory of relativity, and this theory tells us about the light, about the motion, about the particle, and the electrodynamic of moving bodies and energy. His work took up only a few pages in scientific journals, although his works took a very certain pages in scientific journal. But the theory cannot be measured in a few pages. That means उनकी जो वर्क हैं वो भले ही साइंस के कुछ ही पेजेस में लिख दिए गए हों, बट जो थ्योरी है इट कैन नॉट बी पॉसिबल टू राइट इन अ पेज. इट्स change the entire world. It's make a revolution in the world of physics. But change forever our understanding of space, time, the entire cosmos. Cosmos refers here to the universe. Cosmos here refers to the universe. And succession, that is air. So student, write down the meanings of the difficult words and then try to make a complete sense and transform the name Einstein into the synonym of genius. And now the word genius become the synonym of Einstein, and Einstein become the synonym of genius. 50 years of his death, Albert Einstein's genius still reigns. Now, a very unfortunate thing that such a great personality, such a great man, such a great scientist is no more in among us, but his word gives us always the way, gives us always the advantages, and helps while we are understanding, while we are studying our physics, our science. So, student, after death of his 50 years, he is still known as a genius, and a very few person, almost none, a person can take the place of him. Now we begin to start paragraph-wise explanation. So, student, let's we start. Paragraph number 1. Albert Einstein was born on 14 March 1879 in the German city of Ulm, without any indication that he was destined for greatness. That means a great personality was born on 14 March 1879 in the Ulm city of Germany, without any indication, that he doesn't give any clue, doesn't give any indication that he will become a great person. On the contrary, his mother thought Albert was a freak, and on the contrary of this, his mother always used to thought that he was a very freak. Freak here, the word used word disapprovingly to talk about a person who unusually and doesn't behave, look, or think like others. That means a person who has some abnormality in his features. To her, his head seemed much too large, and one very strange things happened with that child, that his head was not a normal in size. His head was a little large than the other child. At the age of 2.5, Einstein still wasn't talking. At the age of 2.5, almost this is the age when a little child begin to speak of words, give a sound. But on the contrary, Albert Einstein didn't speak a word. When he finally did learn to speak, he uttered everything twice. And when, after 2.5 years, when he finally understood how to speak, then he became able to speak. He used to speak words twice. Like student, जब after 2.5 years, when he able to speak, he always used to speak a word twice. Like जैसे हम कोई बात करते हैं तो 2 बार बोलते हैं. जैसे अगर हमें मान लीजिए कहना है कि बच्चों ध्यान दो, तो वो कहेंगे बच्चों ध्यान दो, बच्चों ध्यान दो. लाइक सच, इस तरह की वो बातें किया करते थे. Einstein didn't know what to do with other children, and his playmates called him Brother Boring. And he is very solitary child. He didn't pay any attention to the play, to the fun with other children, and never try to make of friends, and didn't like to pass the time among the friends. So his friends began to call him a Brother Boring. Brother Boring here means an idiom, and it is used for Albert Einstein because he was a solitary. He was a prosaic children who didn't like to play with others. Don't want to don't want to spend his idle time on other things like other students used to do. So the youngster played by himself much of a time, and he especially used his passes his time by himself. He especially loved mechanical toys, and one thing which is affectionate him greatly, that was mechanical toys. That means robotic toys. That toys which is move on a electronic pattern. Looking at his newborn sister Maza, he said to have said, "Fine, but where are her wheels?" When his sister born, and that name was Maza, he asked a very silly question, that where are her wheels? But it was a silly question to us, but it's not a silly question. It shows that how aggressive mind he had. That means कि उसका दिमाग कितना तेज था, वो हर एक चीज़ों को रोबोटिक मानता था. उसको ये लगा कि अगर ये माजा आई है तो फिर ये बिना व्हील्स के कैसे आ गई. That means always he used to think the mechanical system, always he used to think about the science. So student, now we shall only discuss the three stanza and rest stanza. I will explain after it. If you have any doubt, you can ask me. I will explain once again. Okay, thank you.